Hey everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is episode 26 of the Canadian Geekcast, and today I am joined by Dennis.
Hello.
And Steph.
Hello.
And I am your host for this week's episode, Steve. As you may know, Josh and Matt are no longer here today. Matt is going to Edmonton Expo, is that what it's called? I think? Yeah, sounds right. And Josh is being a good Samaritan and helping out his neighbors who have lost power due to a storm.
Tornado, to be exact.
Was it? Was it a tornado?
Yeah. Tornado hit from Ottawa to somewhere else. Into Quebec.
Quebec, yeah. Well, if this is your first episode, each week we discuss everything from the latest video game news to film and television. We go live on Twitch and Mixer every Sunday at 11. And if you don't catch us live, don't worry, because we post the episode on Wednesdays. Okay. We post our episode on Wednesdays on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you can find your podcasts. If you like what you hear, leave us a review. You can even send us a email with your comments at CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com and tell us about how my audio is robotic-y, and it's a good thing that we record our audio separately.
Yeah.
So to kind of start this episode off, guys, what have you been playing this week, watching this week, doing this week? Dennis?
I guess I could start off. Video game wise, I recently Yakuza 6 was on sale, so I bought that. It was like, because I kind of been waiting for like Yakuza 3 to 5 to get the PS4 port, but there really hasn't been any confirmation on that when that's going to happen. So I was like, why not? I might as well. Like, it's not that confusing story wise. There's some characters I don't know, but it does it a good way, explaining who they are. I'll find out who they are later whenever those ports come. After that, recently I watched the Bleach live action movie, and I really love it. It's really good. It really does service to the series, and I think it's like one of the probably the second best anime live action adaptation as a movie.
What's your first? And why is it Death Note?
That's what I'm going to ask.
It's not Death Note. It's Rurouni Kenshin. It's just it's
yeah, I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah. It's a trilogy of movies, so it's like they tell a story, and that it's like I think the first one was 2012, and they did the other two movies 2014. So it's like back to back. So yeah, it's like it's just like Bleach is like, it really does a great job. Like if the spirit is there, pun intended, because ghosts and whatnot. And like all the actors are like really feel like the characters, and sometimes when anime live action movies try to tell a story, they try and cut off like a lot of story beats, and they try to adapt it and just make the story make sense. So like it's like one of those movies that, like, if you're a fan of, if you ever watched like the first 20 episodes of Bleach, you could totally get into this. So that's what I've been watching and playing.
Cool. Steph?
I've not been playing much just because I've had a really busy week. I say that, but really what I've been doing is binging the season 6 of Elementary. Still watching that, but I caught up and finished now. I also watched a show called Atypical on Netflix.
Yeah, how was that?
It is so heartwarming. I'm not usually someone who watches these like kind of slice of life family. It's kind of drama. It's about a kid who is 18 and is on the high functioning scale of autism. And it's just about him and his family as they go through life and all of the tribulations. And it's just like super heartwarming, and I really enjoyed it, which is something, again, I usually wouldn't. But it's just really interesting. I highly, highly recommend it if you just kind of want the feel-good feelings. And then also if you just want to learn a little bit more about autism, I think it's really interesting. So that was another thing I binge watched. And then yesterday I watched the entire first season of American Vandal.
Nice. What do you think?
I went in thinking I was gonna hate it, and I actually kind of love it.
Nice.
For people who don't know, it's like a mockumentary on the style of like um How to Make a Murder, or what was that other big one that came through recently?
There's been a few like
Yeah.
The Keeper, Making a Murderer, a staircase or something.
Yeah,
Stairs.
it's just a big
Yeah.
mockumentary of these like high school kids making this like crime drama about how this guy may or may not have drawn phallic things on the teachers' cars, and it's
Yeah.
just so well done, and it's really good. I still have season 2 to go, but I just wanted
Season two
something.
is
I
really-
wanted something light that I could just have in the
Yeah.
background. I was like cleaning and stuff, and it was good. It was very good.
One of my favorite parts of that show is the opening credits. How even those are
Yeah,
style
yeah,
of, like
yeah.
mockumentary, like they're all like the kids in the show's names, like creating the show. It's really like a nice little spot there. Is that it, Steph?
I think so. I ran around Yakuza taking photos of people looking at their pretend watches. That was good. My favorite thing about
Cool.
Yakuza is when you're in photo mode, like the people, the NPCs, they like react to it. But not all of them, just like a couple now and then. Like this like old man came up and he was like little peace sign in the background. And then other people would like start like checking their clothes, making sure they look good. And other people would just kind of like look around like this to see like what's going on.
Mhm.
And like this other person like blocked their face with their elbow so they wouldn't get their photo taken. And I'm trying to think what else has happened. Oh, this one person was like looking at their watch, but when I like zoomed in or like went around, he just had a sweater with like no watch.
No.
So I don't know. It was. I'm totally not playing that game properly, but there's reasons behind that. But yeah, it's been a good fun. I also played a little bit of Lost Paradise, Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, as the demo is out, and it's basically better combat Yakuza. And it's if you just need like a good
Okay.
laugh, like old school anime style, it's a good laugh.
Nice.
How about you, Steve?
As for me, I think last week I mentioned I started watching the second season of Iron Fist. I finished that now. It's a little bit of a step up from the first season. Not much. At least the choreography of the fight scenes were much better, but the story was a little weak. Except it ended really well. The last episode was awesome.
Okay, we're gonna do like a really quick interlude while we try fix Steve's mic. So
Sure.
Yeah, try to restart it and try and unplug your mic, maybe. Just
1 second,
yes,
we'll be
no.
right back, guys.
So we
It's a machine, Scroter. It doesn't get pissed off. It doesn't get happy. It doesn't get sad. It doesn't laugh at your jokes.
It just runs programs.
Usually.
Usually runs programs.
Okay, everyone, we are back, and Steve is.
back.
We found the real Steve. We got rid of Robot Steve.
Robot Steve is gone now.
Yeah.
Iron Fist, yeah, it ends on a really high note after 9 episodes of being lackluster. The good thing about this season is that it's only a 10-episode run instead of being the typical like 13. So there aren't as much filler episodes, even though some episodes do have filler. I'm more or less excited just to move on to Daredevil in a couple weeks now. It's coming up real soon.
Yeah, it is October 19th.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was
Uh-huh,
something I found interesting about Elementary is I found out that the last season was originally 13 episodes, but they pushed it to 20.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, well, we had really planned for 13.
And then they really stretch it out.
But the thing is,
Bummer.
I didn't know. It was so well done that I like didn't feel like it was stretched out, and it ended.
Oh, really?
That season
Oh.
still ended in a really, really good way. Where I was just like, "Oh, what? You had to stretch that out? Oh, okay, well, you planned for it well, I guess."
Yeah. Otherwise, I haven't really been playing that much. Platinum Spider-Man last week, as I mentioned, and then I'm kind of just waiting until Assassin's Creed again in October. It's a waiting period. I know Life is Strange season 2 starts in a week or so that'll be cool. But yeah, finished Iron Fist and then started Maniac, which is a limited run series on Netflix with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. It's got some cool like 80s sci-fi vibes. I'm not all the way through it, but it's good so far.
Okay.
Yeah. With our question of the week out of the way, do you guys want to jump into the topics?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
So our first topic, like we've been doing many, many weeks now, is a quick news rundown. Dennis, we got some pretty cool stuff coming. Why don't you walk us through it all?
Yeah, so first things first, the PlayStation Classic has officially been announced. It's going to include 20 games. Not everything has been confirmed. I think Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 3, one Ridge Racer game, and maybe there's another one I'm just leaving off, but that's coming this December. I've already pre-ordered it because
you got the pre-order.
Yeah, because I was like, you know, I was up at 11 p.m. and then I saw John from Best Buy. He posted the page for the pre-order, and I was like, yeah, I got it in. I forgot my Best Buy login, so I was like kind of remembering. And then I got it a couple of minutes later. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I woke up that morning and obviously the pre-order for Best Buy was sold out, and I knew that EB was starting theirs at 10 a.m. and honestly, within minutes, it was gone.
Yeah, well,
I was like, okay, all right, I'm just not getting it right now.
Yeah, I guess I got pretty lucky then.
Yeah.
None of that surprises me. But the thing is, like, I don't know what games are on it.
Yeah.
I think they've only announced like 2, 3.
Yeah, very few.
I don't like buying something that I don't know what I'm buying.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I
makes
was just
sense.
like, I never actually owned a PlayStation 1. I played PlayStation 1 games on my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But I never had the original console. And there was like a very select few games that I would like buy it for.
Mm-hmm.
And those haven't been named yet. So
yeah, it's kind of like, I really don't know. I mean, like, the easy thing that they could add is like the platformers, but at that point it's just like basically rehashing what the remakes are doing right now, especially with Spyro. I mean, they could honestly do Resident Evil. They could do like any of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
Croc.
Here.
They better bring Croc.
Yeah, I just don't like when it comes to PS1 games. I didn't really get that much games. Like I'm not really a guy who plays the scary games like Resident Evil. So I really didn't get into those.
Mm-hmm.
I really only pretty much bought the platformers and whatever my friends were playing at the time. So
yeah, I hope that they do Metal Gear, Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
You said Final Fantasy VII. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I don't really know what else they would put in there.
I forgot Digimon World was on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, that was such a good game.
That was so good. I'm looking at a list now, and it's just like Crash, which like we already talked. They've done remakes of Crash and Spyro. Yeah. Castlevania, Tekken 2, Mega Man,
like Symphony of the Night.
Mega Man.
Well, they have the Legacy Collection.
I don't really know.
Chrono Cross. Oh my god! If they don't bring Chrono Cross,
yeah, that's one of those niche Japanese games I would want on the,
or like Chrono Trigger. If they don't bring Chrono Trigger, there might be a riot.
Yeah.
Like they bring Final Fantasy VII, but not Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, that'd be a disservice.
Or the real game, Yu-Gi-Oh! True Duel Monsters.
Yeah, okay.
What else happened this week, Dennis?
So there's been an update with PlayStation Now. So apparently the users can download the PS2/PS4 games through the service now.
Mm-hmm.
You could download it through on your hard drive instead of streaming it. So obviously the only exception is like PS3 because, you know, there's no backwards compatibility. But I think this is like a step in a good direction, to be honest. Because like I think they have like 650 plus games, and like if a fraction of that, if at least half of those are like PS4 or PS2 games, then that just like gives you an opportunity. Because I remember hearing like a lot of people were like into this, like I think I'm going to subscribe now or resubscribe, and it's a good step. Like I like what they're doing now, but I think they need to. It's a step, but it's not like the the full momentum of like it being a great service. I still have my complaints about it, but this is good.
Yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction. I was actually pretty surprised to hear that they would allow this so early. I thought this was going to be down the line.
Oh, okay.
Yes, now if they were even like, I didn't even think, they were really going to push for this, but I'm glad they did. Like you were saying, I saw a lot of people high about this, saying that they're going to resubscribe or at least check it out again.
Yeah.
Give it another chance. So it's cool.
Yep. And then last topic you can take from here.
Yeah, sure. So this one kind of went under the radar I didn't see a lot of people talking about this, but kind of moving into Marvel's phase after the Infinity War Part 2, they're going to be releasing the Eternals. For those that don't know, the Eternals basically the universe creator characters. So you have like, if you think about like god tier characters, Thor, god amongst like men, and then the Eternals are gods for the universe essentially. Thanos is an offspring of the Eternals, and
Okay.
Spoilers.
Not really. So they found a director, Chloe Zhao, to direct the Eternals. Not much else is really known about the movie, but I know going on Marvel's track record, they have the ability to introduce us to characters no one really cares about or really knows, and instantly makes us care about those characters. So I think, going really cosmic, that's what, Kevin Feige and at one point James Gunn, they were really pushing for Marvel to go full cosmic, like get off Earth, do these like radical space adventures, and the Eternals was going to be a great benchmark for that. So I'm excited to see what they actually do with it, because it's going to be, it has the potential to be like a really crazy visual film. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, like Marvel made me care about a talking raccoon and a talking
Right?
So I don't like. I really don't know what's going on here, because like I'm a fan of Marvel, but like there's a lot of things I do not know about because I do not read the comics. I only watch like TV and the movies and cartoons at best. So, like I'm into it. Whatever they got to show, as long as they make it good, like because like Marvel has a good track record, but I there's some stinkers that they've put out, like not stinkers. It's just like not as good as the other ones they have created in the past decade. So
yeah. Well, the thing is that the bar is so high that even a bad movie in the MCU is still a good movie.
Yeah.
Compared to like others, but
you can say
it's weird. Yeah, no, but it's true. Like even Thor: The Dark World, probably the worst of the MCU. When you put it up against a lot of the other superhero movies, it's still a good movie.
Yep.
Now is this gonna be a movie or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's interesting that they're even talking about post Infinity War 2 films, because it seems like they want to be pretty hush hush about what the future holds. So it was kind of surprising that this news broke.
Yeah, there really isn't like a lot of confirmation like that. Like on their slate, it just says it hasn't been announced, and there's like all these films like coming out in 2020, like and beyond. So yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen, to be honest. Like, I mean, there's a lot of directions that they go, especially with the Fox and all their properties coming. Yeah, so like, there's a lot of directions that they can go. Yeah, but we don't really know until Avengers 4 what's gonna happen after that. So
that's just it. It's all speculation.
Yep.
It's cool though.
Yep.
Shall we move on to our next topic?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, objective completed.
Which is more Marvel, a Captain Marvel, if you will.
Yep.
Captain Marvel trailer dropped, and a lot of people were excited, including me.
I saw something about a mohawk, and that's all I saw.
Oh my god, that suit!
Everyone was really excited, and I was like, I'm really excited. You're excited. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited for you.
So yeah, in case, I don't know, for whatever reason, anyone listening to this or watching this hasn't watched it, it came out, I think, on Tuesday morning through Good Morning America. It's roughly like a minute or two long. I was actually surprised it was an actual trailer rather than a teaser, which is what I thought they were going to release, just like one of those teaser, not really showing much of the characters or the action. But we saw a lot. We saw Captain Marvel. We saw
we saw Blockbuster. We saw
Nick Fury, young Phil Coulson. Saw Jude Law in there. I mean, I thought it looked well. The tone was a little weird.
Yeah, it kind of felt like this kind of alien movie. It kind of felt like E.T. in a way, like this like, you know, this alien is coming, and after that, it just felt like, you know, it's a different tone than the other Marvel movies.
My favorite thing about it is like they thought about it and they're like, how do we show this movie from the past? Ah, yes, we'll have something crash into a blockbuster.
And then there's a generation of people watching that trailer being like, what is that?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the little move about showing her just knock a old lady out. People that like, because the Skrulls are obviously like in the movie and they have the ability to shapeshift into people, so it's pretty obvious that was a Skrull. But for a lot of people, including my girlfriend who I was watching the trailer with, she was next to me. She's like, "What is she doing?" I was like, "Calm down."
Yeah. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's obviously a Skrull."
Right.
It can't be. She's not just punching a old lady just for the sake of doing it.
Or so we think.
Yeah. You don't know. A lot of stuff happened while she was out in space.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to interact with her species anymore.
Yeah, it could be like a Kree thing of like saying hello.
Yeah.
But by far, at least in my opinion, at the end of the trailer, she shows off her binary powers. Dennis, I don't know if you're familiar.
No, not really.
So it's basically like her next tier of powers. Think of how in Infinity War or Thor Ragnarok, Thor got like the lightning power.
Oh, okay.
That's basically Captain Marvel's version.
Okay, so it's basically Super Saiyan then, is what you're saying.
Exactly. It's her form of Super Saiyan. So I thought that was super cool. I wish they didn't show that in the trailer though. I thought that would have been a cool like movie moment to see in the theaters, but can't win them all.
Yeah. Like I just don't really know what to think. Like this is the last MCU movie before Avengers 4, so I don't know how much they're gonna set up, but I don't really think they need to. They just need to tell this character that we don't really know that much about, to be honest, because like I think she's only been mentioned in the universe anyway after Infinity War. So
yeah, basically they just have to make up a reason why she wasn't around. Why Nick Fury hasn't brought her up in all these years, and kind of just show that this character is probably the one that's going to take down Thanos.
And honestly, I think we also have to answer the question. Like she's probably going to look the same in Avengers 4, I guess.
I'd have to assume.
And then they go, why hasn't she aged? I don't know. Alien things. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't age in space. I don't know.
Who knows?
You do age slower in space.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, fact.
Interstellar taught me that you can age slower on specific planets that are made up.
Yeah, time is relative.
This is getting real deep for a podcast. I don't know, Steph, do you have any real thoughts of this trailer?
Nope.
No.
Had no idea who she was. Well, I've people have mentioned it before, and but like I've mostly been watching the core Marvel movies. Like I've missed Ant-Man and the Wasp, both of them. I've missed most of the Thor movies until Ragnarok, where I watched the first one right before. So it'll be one of those like, okay, what do people think about it? Is it good? Okay, I'll go see it. If not, I don't mind missing it. But it'll be interesting to see again how it does. It's not very often we get like a female centric like superhero movie, they're usually left to the TV series, with the exception of Wonder Woman. So if it's Wonder Woman level, then yes, I'll go see it.
Sweet. I do like the little move she made when a lot of people online were saying that she wasn't smiling.
Oh yeah.
During the trailer, so she went in and put smiles on every single of the MCU posters with like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and everything. It was a pretty good move. I like that. Yeah. Shall we move on to topic 3?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
Go ahead,
That's
Steph.
me.
That's you.
So recently we've had some really, really sad news with, I think it's actually 3 game studios total. I saw something the other day about a third one. But the major ones being Capcom Vancouver and Telltale Games suddenly announcing that they're closing shop, and it's nothing but sad, really. I think it was more than 250 people just at Telltale that were just suddenly told, like, you don't have a job anymore. You're not getting any severance. People coming out and saying, like, I worked all these overtime hours, which were not paid, just so we could push this last game out, which is coming out on Tuesday. And what good did that do me? Now I don't have health insurance or severance pay, or there's a lot of sad things about it. And then same thing with Capcom, where it's people just got a job there last week and now they're being told, and they've moved cross country to go there. Yeah. And suddenly being told they don't have a job, it's extremely sad. And of course, the first thing people do is come in with their hot takes and why these failed. And it's not the time. And we don't have any knowledge of why they made these decisions. And I don't think it's our job as outsiders to put those speculations. I think our job should really be like, hey, I saw this job opening. This would be a match for you. There was actually some really good citizens so we saw like Ubisoft reach out. We saw Santa Monica reach out. Rare, like a bunch of folks from the industry to reach out. The folks from the God of War studio. And they're all just like,
the
hey,
coalition that's based in Vancouver reached out specifically to Capcom Vancouver. Yeah.
It's that was like super duper heartwarming, and I don't think it's our job as outsiders to point fingers and blame and speculate. And there was another person who actually like took all of the job openings and made a document and said like, hey, if your studio's hiring, like please add it to this document. And there was this huge resource, which is amazing.
That's been going on for a while now. That Google Doc, I've seen it being shared pretty much any time in the past couple of years when a studio unfortunately goes down. So it's really nice to see everyone kind of come together.
Yeah, I think it just really shows that the game industry really does need unionization, which has been talked about for many, many years, and it seems to be picking up steam. I know that a lot of developers I talk to here, or events that I go to, they usually have someone pushing for the gaming union. And what a lot of people don't realize is the gaming industry is like extremely volatile. Right. People are not in it for the money, first of all, and second of all, it goes in cycles. Most studios, it's like they bring on like a whole bunch of people, but like not at one time. They'll bring like a bunch of people at the start to like do some phases of the game, and then in the middle, and then at the end. And most of those people are contractors, and then they're gone. And then they have to go find like their next work project. And then when they finish that one in like 8 months to like a year, then they have to move to their next project. Like that's the most of the industry. And it's not healthy. It's just not sustainable at all. But
yeah, I saw specifically with the Telltale closure, there was someone speaking out that used to work there, and they were saying like a bunch of contractors came out like literally the week before, and brought up a good point that because they're contractors and they were laid off, they're not able to collect unemployment.
Yeah.
So they basically moved to across the country, and now don't have any income.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
It's incredibly sad, and I really feel for these people, I don't know. It's really sad, and I think it's okay for fans to be really sad and upset that the games that they love are possibly no longer going to come out. I think they confirmed that The Wolf Among Us 2 is not happening, and they're not sure about the final of The Walking Dead. So at least that's the last I heard. So
no, I don't think there's been an update.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
Right.
Yeah, really. All I know is that they're releasing episode 2, which is coming out the Tuesday. So, and after that, there's a lot of reports coming out. I don't even know if I want to recognize what the final 2 episodes are apparently not happening, and
Right.
they're putting all their resources to adapt the Minecraft story mode for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think there's 225 people are let go, and that last 25 are working on that, but that it may slowly trickle out. So yeah, it's just it's really sad that Telltale Games is I ever since Walking Dead season 1, I've always maybe not even Walking Dead season 1. I remember playing the Back to the Future game, and
Yeah.
I like it for what it was, but
Right.
it was honestly not the best version. It's not the Back to the Future 4 I wanted, but anyways, it's always put this conversation out for narrative games, and I think this situation has nothing to do with if adventure games are profitable. I think this is all management, to be honest. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I've heard some negative things about how management at Telltale was not treating their employees right, but that's all I'm hearing. But
Right.
it's a weird situation. Every once in a while, this always happens. I don't know if there's a year that a studio doesn't close.
No.
No, it feels like it happens every year, but it's always sad to hear about.
I think what
And,
people also don't realize is the gaming industry is really controlled by 3% successes. And for all those
Right.
3% successes that you hear, there's probably 97% failures.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're looking at the indie scene. Everyone loves to talk about their darlings, Dead Cells and all these other guys, and be like, oh, look at how much money they made and how many copies they sold. And I'm yeah, for every one Dead Cells, there's literally thousands of other people who
Mm-hmm.
are working 2-3 other jobs just so they can do this passion.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's, I've heard all sorts of excuses oh, the rent or the real estate in both of these cities are really, really high. And, oh, the licensing fees are super high. And, oh, bad management. And, oh, streamers. I've heard so many excuses being thrown out. And the truth is we don't know. We can all speculate.
Yeah. I think the license game is probably the thing that's kept them afloat, because they really haven't done an original game since forget what the game's called, Max and something.
Sam and Max.
Yeah, Sam and Max. So I think they honestly been keeping the this is speculation on my part, but they've just been keeping it afloat. And I've heard reports about what projects have been profitable for that company, but I think that's neither here or there. It's just a lot of passionate people worked really hard on these games, and it's just sad that this is it for them.
Yeah.
For as far as Telltale, anyway. I'm sure they're going to move on to to a company that hopefully will treat them better.
Yeah. I mean, you have to also remember that Telltale came to be because LucasArts laid the founders off from their studio after stopping doing the point and click games that they were doing.
Yeah.
And that's why Telltale came to be. So I mean, take that into account, and hopefully these guys will just go on to do bigger and better things. I mean, I know as for the community, it's really, really disappointing to see that The Walking Dead, which I think unanimously everyone really loved, especially the first season, we won't really get closure on that.
Nope.
I think that's one of the most heartbreaking things outside of everyone losing their jobs. because it's just a video game at the end of the day. But when I saw the news initially, I was like, okay, at least, Dennis, you even brought it up, like this is going to be their swan song. At least they have the chance to end a way that not only closes out, their legacy as Telltale, but they also close out the legacy of probably their most beloved character that they've created. I think that's the thing that hurts the most. As a huge fan of Telltale ever since, like you said again, Dennis, since Back to the Future. It's been quite a while I followed the studio, and while there has been highs and lows, it's still, they've done a lot for narrative games.
They've really defined their own genre.
They really have.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about Life is Strange 2. I mean, that game exists because of what Telltale created.
Yeah, I just like the genre of adventure games. I hope this doesn't put the creativity of adventure games on hold. I kind of want to see, like I have my complaints about Telltale games and their engine. Like I didn't like it for every game, but they really did a good job telling the stories that they wanted to tell. I honestly think they could have did it they could have done less episodes and told the story in a better way, but that is just a complaint creatively, story-wise.
Yeah.
So I just hope I hope we have our Life is Strange or whatever other games, because adventure games is a very unique storytelling device, and it's one I don't want to see go away.
I know.
Yeah, I really hope that it doesn't kill what's remaining of interactive narrative games. I hope this doesn't put a damper on everybody. Yeah, I mean, sad, but we're seeing the resurgence of point and click adventures and all of these other walking sims or whatever else you want to call them, and these narrative games, and I don't think they're going to go away anytime soon, but whether or not we'll get something that's Telltale level of polish and length is yet to be seen. I mean, it's only really going to be Life is Strange now.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as the Walking Dead final season, I don't know what's going to happen with that as far as refunds, because they're not putting out a full product. So I don't because I honestly was I had it on my wish list and I was thinking of getting it whenever it was going to go on sale this season. So, and don't think I'm going to get that now. So kind of sucks.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for an official comment to come out.
Sure.
But like you, I was waiting because I think the final episode was supposed to come out in December. So I was like, that's a perfect game to play during the Christmas season. Just hang out and just pile through the 4 episodes. And yeah, it's really disappointing. It's gonna be interesting to see how they handle that, because I know that there's a lot of unwarranted vitriol for people who have bought the whole game now.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ironic now, because the episode title is called "Suffer the Children," and this is kind. It's just people are suffering from this the fallout, and the devs. I don't even want to say gamers are suffering, but it's just the story is not going to be told, and that title is just
again. It brings the whole buying an unfinished product is really a lesson that people don't learn ever. I mean, I'm still guilty of it. I've still pre-ordered things. It's rare, but it does happen. And really, when you're buying an episodic game, you're really pre-ordering it. Really.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
If you really think about it, you're buying an unfinished product, and it's incredibly. I mean, I understand fans being upset, but yeah.
Just don't be mean.
Yeah, just don't be mean. There's a lot of people still hurting over there. I saw a message from a PR rep who was just I'm doing my best I can to wrap up everything in my last week, but next week I'm also without a job. I'm going to get you as many answers as I can, but and it's just a really incredibly sad situation. I know less about Capcom just because it's not been up in my timeline as much, but again,
I think it was again really unfortunate that both of these happened within a week span. because I love Telltale. I mean, I did used to really enjoy the Capcom Vancouver games, especially like what was it? Dead Rising 3 was the last one I really enjoyed. But it kind of got overshadowed by the Telltale news.
Yeah, it kind of did because it's just, it had more of an, I don't want to say it had more of an impact, but it definitely just had this more of like shock factor.
Yeah.
I think Capcom Vancouver was like one of those studios that could have been something great. And this is, and Telltale is a studio that's been like, it's been around since 2004. This is a 14-year-old company. So it's just like, it's sad, but
I also think the gaming industry is more US centric.
It is.
Yeah.
So we do unfortunately hear a lot more about down south than we do.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, it's incredibly sad, and it's sad that we have to like continuously talk about this in the gaming industry. So something needs to change. I don't know what it is, but something.
But I have faith that a lot of these people are going to find their place in another studio, and more so for Telltale. I hope that whatever they bring can be injected into the studio in terms of like storytelling and narrative, because more games can only benefit from that.
True.
So Dennis, do you want to take us home with topic 4?
Yeah. So our next topic is the video game releases of the week.
Number 5 is Alive.
So these are the games coming out for the week of September 24th. So let's jump in, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, starting on September 24th, Heaven, or Heaven, is coming to PC. After that, Tunor is coming to PS4. After that, coming to Nintendo Switch, Gao Cow Love 100 Days is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Is this a visual novel? It sounds like it would be a visual.
It sounds like a visual novel.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I saw.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh yep. It's a visual novel.
Okay. Okay. Next, September 25th, Dakar 18 and the Council, Episode 4, Burning Bridges, is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. After that, Time Spinner and Punchline is coming to PC, PS4, and PS Vita. Don't look up Punchline.
Okay, now that you've said it.
Don't look it up.
No,
Why?
you said not to do it, so now I'm doing.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh god.
What's wrong with
The show's
it?
been put on hold until we look it up.
Will it get me banned from Twitch?
Just like
What's going on here?
just after a couple, like 20 seconds, you'll see why.
What's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I think I'm watching the wrong thing. What is it?
Maybe I should have put the link up.
Should have.
Oh boy.
Is it
There's a
anime?
man in a teddy bear costume. Oh, it's a woman. Okay, never mind. Oh, there's a bear.
Oh, it's a
with a
Peggy
bib on.
16. Okay, that's always a good sign.
All right,
Oh, so it's just like
that's enough.
some
punchline for
anime
me.
silliness.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a game obviously made by passionate Japanese men. That's all I'll say. Yeah, very passionate. After that, This Is the Police 2 is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Following that, Hollow Knight Void Heart Edition is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I see. I see why you didn't. I got to the part in the trailer. I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hollow Knight, good game.
Very. Have you played it?
A little bit.
Nice.
It's one of those
people need to
things where
play
it's
it.
like it's so big and lovely, but man, it's a big game.
It's a huge game.
It's a huge game.
I was not expecting it when I bought it.
And then
I had no idea what it was.
I was watching someone else play it, and there's not really like it's not like here you go, now go here, and then like go here, like
Oh my God,
you're here
no.
now, and then go here. It's like completely just self exploration and kind of you can go to different areas when you have the abilities, and I do
Yeah.
not have the memory span to like handle that right now. So I was just
Trust
like,
me,
oh,
you get to know the map very well as you keep going through, and it's very, very like Dark Souls like, where if you die, you gotta go back to like a campsite and then redo the whole map again. It's a whole thing. But it's a good game. I really liked it.
After that, Revenant Dogma and Jack and Jill DX is coming to PS4 and PS Vita. After that, coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch is Valkyria Chronicles 4 and Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, Episode 2, the final
potentially
episode.
final
The
episode.
final episode, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
Valkyria Chronicles 4. Yeah.
I gotta get that sometime.
It's very good. I'm very tempted to get the tank version. It also comes with Claude's journal, the premium. I can't remember what it's called. So, but anyways, I have this premium edition. It comes with like a tank and the journal art book. It's beautiful,
Okay.
and I want it.
Okay. After that, coming to PC only, The Conjuring House, Little Bug, Parkosaurus.
Hold up, is Parkosaurus finally launching?
That's what it says. That's what
I've been following that game for so long. It's also a
Same.
Toronto dev, so
Yeah, it looks really
Oh,
good.
okay.
go support them. It's basically the old like Zoo Tycoon, but
Yep.
like what I think they had a Dinosaur Tycoon, or I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it's basically that, but like upgraded. Oh my god, I want it. Okay, I'm adding it to my wish list right now.
It looks like a more cute version of that Jurassic Park game.
They can wear hats.
It looks
wear
really
little,
fun.
like party hats and like top hats. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I need to wish list. this
Okay.
one.
Okay. Following the dinosaur game, Pathfinder Kingmaker, V Rally 4, Creed, Rise to Glory, and New Gundam Breaker are all coming to PC. After that, coming to PS4 only, Air Missions Hind, Metal Max Xeno, Creed Rise to Glory, The Cat in the Coop, Cryptract, I think, Deployment, The Grand Museum VR, Jack and Jill DX, Think of the Children, and Pitterpot. On to Nintendo Switch only games. The games are coming: Arena of Valor, A Gummy's Life, The Escapist Complete Edition, Gianna Sisters, Twisted Dreams Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate.
Yeah, I'm just saying Ultimate.
Good
And
play on words.
yeah. Someone in PR thought it was clever. Coming out next is Think of the Children, Ultimate Chicken Horse, South Park, The Stick of Truth, and Oh My Godhead Party Edition.
For a moment there, the way you said it, it sounded like Ultimate Chicken Horse was South Park, and it took me a little hot moment.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Oh no, I'm just trying to quickly get through these.
Yep, no. Go for it.
Now on to September 26th. Dark Eclipse is coming to PS4. Snake vs. Snake is coming to Nintendo Switch. Not a Metal Gear game though.
Ooh.
I want Metal Gear Snake versus Real Snake.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming PC only is Deep Sky, Derelicts, Patamenamosin, Battle Right Royale, and Let It Die. Coming to Xbox One only is Pillar, Pizza Titan Ultra, and Jack and Jill DX. September 27th. we mentioned Life is Strange. Life is Strange Episode 1 is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Coming to PC and Nintendo Switch is WonderSong. After that, Perception Remastered is coming to PS4. Coming to PC only, Insomnia the Arc, Xeminus Seize the Frontline, and Jagged Alliance Rage. Coming to Nintendo Switch only, Armello X-Order, Whisper Willows, Towerfall, Awa's Awakening, Razenshan, Morhan Wanted, Rooms, The Adventure of Anne and George. On to the final day of the game releases, September 28th. Catastronauts, I think that's how you say it. Catastronauts.
Astronauts, cool.
What I always wanted.
It's not. I think it's Catastronauts. There's no cats in it. I swear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm checking it out now. I'm doing some important research.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you know if there's. I see astronauts.
Are they cats though?
They are not cats.
Are they feline?
Hold on. I'm waiting for. My computer doesn't like streaming and then also watching YouTube videos. I'm not seeing any cats. This is very.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's like catastrophe. I think it's catastrophe with astronauts because there are a lot of catastrophes going on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I know. I'm a little disappointed.
Okay. Well, that game is coming to PC.
Still looks
PS4,
good, but
and
I'm a little
Xbox
disappointed
One.
it's not cat astronauts.
Yeah, that would have been a better game. Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, FIFA 19 is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. After that, coming to PS4 is Freaky Awesome. Continuing on, coming to Xbox One is Amnesia Collection.
Cool.
And coming to Nintendo 3DS is Jake Hunter Detective Story, Ghost of the Dusk.
Thank God.
Yeah. Coming to PC only, Prodigy Tactics and Mad Crown. And finally, coming to Nintendo Switch is Namco Museum Arcade Pack, Jack and Jill DX, Demon Crystals, and Dragon Ball Fighters. And those are the video game releases of the week.
Yay.
Please let there be less games released in October.
Nope.
You wish.
Not happening. On that note, I was watching someone play the new Spyro remastered trilogy at VGX. And the person had never played a Spyro game before. Now, I'm not a hater, but I was just like mad jelly that, you know, this person who's never played a Spyro game is playing the Spyro remastered trilogy. He was an absolutely lovely gentleman, and he had another gentleman with him who was helping him through it. And it was kind of nice to see someone who's like never experienced Spyro experience it for the first time, and it's kind of like
that's cool.
It's gorgeous as it is now, but I would have loved to see someone who's just like, oh my god, like I remember this thing, you know. Oh my god, that game's I cannot. I needed that game yesterday.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out like by now, or like next week anyway. Now it's my game of November.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can wait. I'd rather it be polished than rushed out, but cannot come fast enough.
So you guys have anything else you guys want to touch on?
I'm gonna be at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
End of October. So if you're going to be at TwitchCon, give me a shout on Twitter.
Does that mean you're not going to EGLX?
No, because I'll be at TwitchCon.
Same weekend, eh?
Yeah, it is. It was really disappointing.
Ooh.
I know.
Dennis, are you coming to EGLX?
I don't think so.
Do it. Coward.
I got stuff to work on.
You're so busy, I know. Yeah. So many quizzes to go through.
You know, so much stuff to watch, so much stuff to do, so much stuff to write. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and you started a new website, Steve.
I did.
Oh, Segue.
Yeah. I guess I'll talk about it right now. It was kind of a passion project that I've wanted to start pretty much like in the spring. I just got sidetracked over and over again. So I finally launched it. It's called The Tough Customer at thetoughcustomer.com. I've talked about this many times, but my gamer tag meant nothing to me for the longest time. It was just Tough C. It was kind of like an autofill on Xbox Live when I first started it. I was like, okay, I'll take it. I don't care. Lo and behold, all these years afterwards, I stuck with it. And then I just kind of brainstormed, and that's kind of what came out of it. And yeah.
I thought it stood for Tough Cookie.
Tough Cookie. If you're a 12-year-old online on Call of Duty, it stands for tough other things as well.
That rhymes with Doc, I'm sure.
Yeah. I've got it all. So I started that. There's a couple posts on there if you guys want to check it out. I don't really have an official rollout for like how I'm gonna put stuff up on there, but I've got some plans right now for some interesting stuff in the next coming week, so it's cool. Yeah. And Dennis, I know you're cooking something up.
I am trying to cook something up, but because like I'm trying to put like all the content I've written over the years on one platform, and I'm just finding it's very hard because I'm like looking at my writing from like 5 years back. I was like, I did not know how to write.
Right.
This does not make sense. So I'm trying to update it as well. So I'm thinking of putting like some stuff up from my journalism class. So like I did an interview with Paul Hunter like months back, and I'm planning to put like the actual story up just to have it, as well as other stuff I've written over the years. A couple of reviews as well.
Wicked. Yeah, I contemplated doing that too, because I do have some really old stuff, and like you said, like it's just not that good, nor is it that relevant as well. So I was like, it's just not worth the effort, at least for me at least. So I just started fresh. It's just kind of a place just to throw topics and stuff up.
Sure. I just rather have like everything in one place, to be honest.
Yeah.
Malfunction. Need input.
Well, that about wraps up this episode of the Canadian Geekcast. I talked enough about myself, guys. If people wanted to connect with you, where can they do so?
You can find me on Twitter at HunterSlasher13, which honestly, I'm just posting up Yakuza 6 videos just because there's just like some silly stuff that I just like, okay. I like it, and it's like, I think it's funny, but it probably isn't funny to anybody else. Yeah. I think I'll try and put up like a bit more update on the website, because I'm honestly thinking of actually buying a domain just to, because I don't really want the .wordpress thing. It's just like,
it doesn't look that good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't roll off the tongue, let's say.
Sure, it doesn't. Do you have a snappy name yet?
Yeah.
Don't say it until you've got the domain.
Don't say it. No, I'm not fishing for the name, but you got one?
Yeah, I got one in mind. It's free. It's like nobody has taken it yet. So
if it's Pineapple Boy, I'm buying it before you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's that.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say it's that.
All right. Steph, where can people find you online?
I'm on everywhere at Maple Thistles, but I am most active on Twitter. So if you like anime /cute animals /positive thoughts / I don't know, whatever is on my mind that day, come follow me, or I don't know, chat me up.
Sweet. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at svigvari, and you can check out the website, thetoughcustomer.com, if you want. You can also find us as a collective on Twitter, basically everywhere, the Canadian Geek CST. Like we said before, leave us a email or a review on podcast services. Email is canadiangeekcst@gmail.com. We may even read it on the next show. Who knows? May not. So please tune in next week, where we'll discuss more things geeky and why pumpkin spice lattes are the best
thing ever.
thing ever. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's fall now.
Yeah.
Fall now, guys.
It was fine like 3 weeks ago when I first had it.
I got a lot of flack from Josh, and I wasn't too happy about it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm with you, Steve.
Yes.
It'll be pumpkin
On the
spice
next
latte.
Canadian Geekcast.